Welcome in, everybody. This is another episode of All Day Insider, where we talk about NFL all day and watch football with you. And here's everybody. We got Phoenix, Blaze, and Sting hanging out as always.
What's up, guys?
How we doing today, fellas?
Absolutely amazing.
Amazing.
Super excited. I'm on the West Coast, and I woke up to about 1 foot of snow. That was new.
It's snowing here too.
It's crazy.
It's just pouring down rain here.
Is it?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's definitely gotten to December weather. You know what I mean?
Flurries here.
Snow pretty much shut down where you live.
For me?
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. So like, I work at a mine, so like tomorrow I'm called off, so I'll probably have a day off tomorrow, most likely, and if it doesn't clear up. Yeah, I mean, there's a foot of snow outside. If it don't clear up, then yeah, like it might be a couple days.
It's always so weird seeing places where it's like, yeah, we got a couple inches of snow and I'm not going to work, and
Yeah.
you get like
2
3
feet.
feet of snow, and it's just like, okay, get out my shovel, gotta go
Yeah.
into work.
Yeah.
And it's the same with me. So I live in the southeast. I live in Georgia. And what up, Blaze? Blaze Moore.
He blazes more than Blaze?
Oh my God. It's wild in here already. So I live in Georgia, and if it snows like 2 inches, they cancel school. No one has to go to work. Stores close. And then I moved to the Midwest. I moved to Iowa for a little while when I came back, obviously. But I moved there, and when I landed, there was 5 feet of snow on the ground. And everyone was doing all normal things.
Yeah.
And I was like, well, this is different immediately.
Yeah.
It's very strange.
North Carolina? Are you NC? Is that North Carolina?
Yeah,
right.
I would assume so.
I have family that's moving to North. I have 2 family members from New York that are moving to North Carolina. Apparently, it's really nice there.
I want to move
What
to
up,
Outer
Tom?
Banks really bad, but I think everyone else does too. So, whatever. So, what do we got going on in the football world? How'd everyone do in the playbook? I completed the rookie one. I got my worthless AJ Green, but hey, I got it.
What'd you have to burn to get it?
I burned a Jimmy G.
No.
Ooh,
Yeah, I have 3. So,
Yeah.
seems reasonable.
yeah,
What's he at right now? What's
30,
his price at?
I think
Oh man, I like Jimmy G. I wouldn't.
it might be a little more now, but I mean, it's not
Actually-
crazy. I mean, I assumed the green was going to come out at like 30, 35. So I was like, okay, it's probably fair, but he did not. Let's see. Jimmy is at 27.
That's not bad.
So,
So it's about a wash. Is
Yeah.
that the only thing you had to burn?
and 2 commons to unlock the
Yeah.
thing. But then I got Almond Ra as my common out of the pack. So it's not bad.
No, it's not bad at all.
No.
It's
It's
a
like,
wash.
yeah, it's a wash. I mean, hey, what the hell? It's worth a chance.
And you get to use the green for 5 yards this week.
Yeah.
Mm.
So
Yeah,
not terrible.
I couldn't English last week, so I ended up not being able to understand, and thought I had more yards than I did. So
It was a
ended up having
mess.
to burn- I ended up having to burn for the All Pro, but I just had 2 penny rares and then another bottom rare too that I had. So it was only like I think it was like $68 in actual burns, and then some commons. So I mean, overall, with the mixing, the Mac and everything, low serial number on the mixing, of course. 2-digit serials always find me somehow.
Mhm.
Yeah, so that pretty much worked out.
Yeah. You didn't do any, did you, Sing?
No.
And Blaze,
I
you
did not.
You did both of them?
I did all 3, I got all 3 moments.
Yeah. It's surprising the max only $60. I mean, maybe not. Defensive value on the platform just
It's not-
isn't quite there yet.
It all depends on what you bought in at for the rares you burned, I guess. Like I had a $20 People Jones that I burned. Of course he
Yeah, he spiked immediately after.
yeah.
I thought he did.
I mean, my question is, I mean, I said this in the pre-show. Are we? Is it going to be more beneficial to have the players in hand, these actual moments in hand, or is it better just to get the accolades
We don't know
and
yet.
tell the moments? I mean,
It all
that would
depends
be
on what the top
nice.
moment
That would be
is.
nice to know what. I mean, I think that would dictate.
What do you
the
mean what the top
price of it.
moment is?
Well, like for this past week, it was Mixon, who doesn't have any other rare, so I think that's a good hold, a moment to have. This week is Herbert, who it's presumably going to be a rare. He has another rare, but it's a Series 1, like, what, $7.99 debut, so there's not going to be a lot of circulation of that. If you don't have that moment, it might be worth going out and doing this challenge and holding that one.
I
but
mean more like leaderboards towards the end, like actual challenges, reward, stuff like that. I mean, down the road on the roadmap for AD. I mean, what's going to be? Is it these millions of trophies that we're getting, where it's like you have 10 of these or 10 silvers and 10 platinums, and you get a reward, or do you actually physically have to have the moment? I think that's something that would be nice to know. I mean, they don't have to say anything, obviously, but just in my head, I'd like to know because, I mean, you can make good money.
A mix of both. Like they're already rewarding you for having the moment with the yards, and I'm sure eventually we'll see something like gated packs or something like that where you have to have so many.
Well, no.
Platinum
Do
accolades.
you physically have to have that moment to get the yards, or do you just, or is it just?
Well, right
reaching
now
out
you
and
physically have to have that moment.
Are you
have
sure?
Yeah, you have to submit it for a challenge.
Mhm.
There's a challenge that's going to open up, and you have to submit that moment into the
Okay,
slot.
then that answered one of my questions then.
So which one is that for the?
I
Is
thought
that for the?
I thought it read
That's an all pro.
reaching that level, you get the points.
What was that? Sorry.
I thought it was the way I read it was just reaching that level. I haven't dug into the challenges since the
No, it says collect and submit the Joe Mixon moment.
Gotcha. Okay, well that answered my question then. Okay,
Yeah.
well I just
Well,
wasted.
it's only $129, so just go pick it up.
I have it.
No, I know. I'm not talking. I'm just talking
Also,
in general for people if they wanted to do it for Herbert. I guess that's what you're getting, right?
Did the rare
Yeah,
you
like,
guys
I think
did the rare you guys pull out of the normal pack? Was it good? Just wondering.
pulled a Gabe Davis, which is like
Hey, that's pretty
all
good.
right.
I'll take that.
Right? That'll have some playoff utility, hopefully, and it was $40.
So Tom says I only had to burn 5 rookies to get 100 All Pro last week. If I get one pregame pick right, I won't have to do any extra burns for 100. See, it's worth it.
Perfect.
Yeah, that's sick.
Yeah, that extra 15.
I forgot to submit my pregame pick, so.
Oh no.
Well, I think for the All Pro, you had to have the legendary moment to submit for the team that you wanted to pick.
Oh no, I'm only doing rookie ones. Which I will say the CP84 record-breaking touchdown is actually a pretty cool one. There, I'm down with that one. I also was just looking at the All Pro, and who is Derek Forrest? Who is that, and why are we getting one of his moments?
It seems like that slot's going to get dedicated to defensive players, right? Like,
Yeah.
make plays. So I also am not too familiar with that player, but presumably he made a pretty nice play.
I guess.
Presumably.
I will say the Herbert rare is probably worth chasing. As much as people don't like that guy, his debut is always going to be overpriced, I think.
I don't. I don't.
Right now.
You want to.
We'll see how today goes.
Yeah, we'll
I
see.
bet you he throws over 300 yards today. He's got both Mike Williams and Keenan Allen back finally. He's been playing it without many of his weapons, basically just Eckler.
Well, that's what I have 600 yards passing in that game.
Do you think the Chargers?
I think it's very
Miami?
reactionary to say that Herbert's a bum because he's had 5 weeks without any players to pass the ball to.
Well, to be fair, I've said that he was a bum since last February.
Sure.
So
all you had to do was look at the one touchdown pass he threw last week and where he put that ball and how he threw it, and you realize the guy.
He's a stud.
He is good. I think he's good.
Every quarterback goes through rough patches, especially when the guys he's been thrown to DeAndre Carter.
And also remember, San Diego's where Rivers went to die.
What's that?
Rivers did nothing in he had a great career in San Diego, but they didn't do anything. They never put it. they never built a team around him that could do anything.
I mean, it's the same thing with Herbert. He doesn't have a team.
Yeah, that's what I mean.
I don't care about Keenan Allen coming back for one game and then
It's not
going
about
out for one
talent. It's
game and then
about
coming
the
back
team
for one
around
game.
him.
Yeah, I don't know. I think Herbert's better than a lot of people give him credit for, but I do not think they beat Miami.
No, I don't either.
It's gonna be a fun game to watch.
It'll be a high-scoring game, I think, for
Yep.
sure. It'll be a fun one. Does anyone remember that crazy game where it was 3 years ago, maybe 2 years ago? I don't remember, where Herbert beat Mahomes in that crazy shootout.
Mm-hmm.
That's what I think the game tonight might be like.
Yeah.
Just
Well, to
score
answer
for score.
answer your other question about how Justin Herbert's debut is out of reach for most people. Right now he's at $340. The one of the last ones sold for $319. If they lose today, I think it goes to $250, $280 maybe. In which case, I'll buy another one just because I spent $1,400 on my other one. So
Yep, hedge that. Come on.
might as well fucking buy another one for $250.
Grab one for $250.
Who cares? Like, right? Make it so that if it gets up to 600, maybe break even ish. But that'd be the only reason I would buy that thing again, because his other one isn't going to be worth anything. His other one's going to be worth like $50.
That's why I bought that second Mahomes.
The only thing that's worth
more Herberts at $250, and then all
you need debuts or high tier moments.
I mean, that's what it's gonna come down to. I mean, I will buy two. If it gets to the 250 range, I'll buy two more. It's the same thing with Mahomes. I mean, Mahomes is already at 600. If it goes to 500, I'm gonna have to buy another one. You just have to. It's like irresponsible.
What'd you buy your
to.
first one at?
He was at 700 last night when I was looking at him.
Yeah, I bought my first one at 23.
Yep.
So
500 seems like a steal.
Yeah, so 500. I mean, not only that. I mean, there's only what, 899 of them. Yeah, 899.
Yeah.
So, I mean, I'll throw a few thousand even at two Justin Herberts and two Mahomes just to even out my cost basis, because the FOMO was real at the time and we were paying outrageous prices for these stupid debuts that mean nothing. The launch code sets in general is just garbage right now. Right now, I'm not saying in general, just right now.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, everything's on the down slope, it seems.
Yeah, and I think that people are just realizing, or not realizing, I think people are, kind of feeding into the fact that there's no reason to have debuts over anything else. So like when Justin Herbert's rare comes out next week, this debut Herbert's going to tank. I wouldn't be surprised if it goes sub 200. I'm just
he has the debut. Like, that is a debut badge.
That's what I'm saying. One. Yes, I know. That's what I'm saying. People don't care.
Yeah, but you need the debut badge for the.
You're gonna need it
reward.
For what?
All Pro. If he makes All Pro, you're gonna need the debut badge.
That's if they continue Playbook the same exact way that it's going, right?
Yeah, but what's saying they're not?
Oh, I mean, if they do, then
they've
great.
been pretty clear that they're not going to change too much in terms of this format.
Yeah.
So you're saying you would need a Justin Herbert debut. So you need a debut of the player that you're rewarded with?
No.
You need a debut.
Challenge. You need to have the debut. If he meets the
almost every challenge, you need the
requirement.
If he makes the requirement. So if he sucks that week, then you don't need him.
Correct.
But I mean, what 90% of the stuff in there is either rookies, debuts, rares.
Camouflage is working well, bro.
I was like, wait, is he serious? Is my green screen fucked up? What's up, JK?
What got him, boys? Let's see. So yeah, I mean, by the way, George Pickens holding steady. That Lego is a good one.
Hey,
so there's this clown from Alan's old server that is in our server, I think, and he was talking about like how he has a Pickens. He thought a fair trade for his Pickens jersey was my Mahomes Lego. Pickens jersey, Mahomes Lego.
Jerseys are worth nothing right now.
Yeah, I know. It's this stupid clown who used to be an Allen server. He's a joke.
Got him.
Zing.
Yeah, I don't know if I would do that. If
No.
I were you.
right?
What's the Mahomes Lego at right now?
It's only at like 5,600.
It's still more than the jersey, I would say.
I would put that jersey at
OTM.
double whatever the lowest ask is. So,
Yeah, like $1,200.
Yeah, OTM values it at 1,800, but whatever.
Yeah.
Doesn't matter.
Yeah, that's
yeah,
fair.
but that's roughly it.
Mhm.
I mean, that's realistic.
Yeah, for sure.
I mean, seriously.
What up,
Yeah.
1994 Thug Life? I want to trade my Cardinals Lego. For what?
Yeah, for what?
I have a shiny new AJ Green rare.
Shiny. I mean, it just came out. It just
Fresh
came
off
out.
the press.
Fresh off the
Freshly
press.
minted.
Yeah, for
You can
real.
still smell it.
What? Yeah, you can still smell it. That's right. So games today.
Awesome.
Let's talk about that a little bit. What game are we the most excited about today in football?
Detroit.
I think
Can they keep it up
I'm down with the Detroit
Right here.
Minnesota game.
right there, baby.
Mhm.
But
Yeah, I
you
like
could
it.
have two.
You could have two. I mean, then you'd be real special.
But yeah, I like the Detroit game too. I actually am really excited for the 1:00 game. I think the Buffalo New York game is going to be fun.
I just want to see Sauce pick off Josh Allen. I want to see if it happens. I like Sauce a lot. I don't know.
love Sauce.
I'm like a Sauce guy. So I don't know. Like, we'll see what happens with Mike White today.
Is
You
it
know what I
White again
mean?
today?
Yeah. I think they basically said that they're done with what's his name.
Zach
Zach
Good
Wilson.
old Zach Wilson.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure they're
Yeah,
done with that
BYU
experiment.
prodigy.
So yeah, it'll be cool to see Sauce. It'll be cool to see Mike White. Buffalo's defense. Does anyone know much about Buffalo's defense right now? I want to say that they're still banged up.
They're fine.
They're banged
They're
up.
okay, right?
They just
Like,
lost
yeah.
Von Miller for the season.
They're not like
mid-range.
I mean,
Yeah.
Yeah, I was gonna say mid
Miller
tier.
just tore his ACL.
so. I mean, I'm not too worried about it. And if Mike White can distribute the ball a little bit and get some what is that? Elijah Moore involved.
Mm-hmm.
Garrett
mean,
Wilson
Mike
for
White-
that.
The only thing to me with anytime the Buffalo Bills play, and I say this every time, like I don't care who they're playing. I don't care if it's Kansas City. I don't care if it's New York. I don't care who it is if Josh Allen has a good game, they win. If he doesn't play like Josh Allen, they lose. It doesn't matter what the other team does. It's always like Josh Allen's show. And if he comes out like the Josh Allen we know he can be, then they can beat anyone.
Yeah.
So you just take a weird guess on how he's going to play pretty much every time.
Yeah, no, it's true. And then plus you got to look at like, are they trying to save him? I mean, what kind of plays are they calling? And are they telling him not to like sacrifice himself? Because there was a couple plays last week or the week before. He was just taking a beating, man.
He does that every game.
I know he does.
Like
I know
he runs
does,
up the
but it's
middle
like,
and he's like, should he go down for the slide? Absolutely. Instead, he just puts his head into a safety and is just
or
like
jumps over a pile, and you're like, hey, dude, like, I mean, I get it. You're pretty cool, but I mean, you're gonna be hurt in the playoffs, maybe. But wow, look at that last comment. I like Thug Life. You are the man, Thug Life. Thank you for the props. The one that I think that I'm most anxious to watch is going to be Philly, because I have Hurts as my quarterback in my fantasy lineups. Well, my Rumble lineups, let's specify. So, and that AJ Green connection is just scary, man. I don't know. I really like me some AJ Green. He's a humble dude, and he's
Not
just
AJ Green.
AJ
Oh,
Brown.
I'm sorry. Thug is making me. Thug is like, I have AJ Green on the brain. AJ
Other
Brown.
color. Other
Oh
color.
my god.
Other color.
Other color. AJ Brown is scary.
Yeah, he's
And,
very good.
He's a humble dude. When you were watching that press conference afterwards, when he had that huge game against Tennessee, and he was just like, yeah, I don't want to get into that or whatever, but he was like, that's where I wanted to be. And it was like, I don't know, dude kind of wore his emotions on the sleeve. I like that about a player. He's not like, just cocky and whatever, but that Brown and Hurts connection is something special. Seriously.
Daniel Jones gonna run all over him today.
Daniel Jones, I mean,
Dr.
Dude,
John.
they're gonna lose 36-10.
Well, he'll be running at least.
Yeah,
From
I mean he'll be
some
running. He'll be running backwards.
I didn't say where he was going to get those yards if they were behind the line of scrimmage or before.
Yeah, right. No, I feel you. No, 30, 36, 30,
And
36, 38 to 10.
Barkley's banged up.
Who is?
Yeah.
Barkley's banged up too this week.
Yeah, he's
Giants are
playing,
going to get ran over. Let's just
Yeah,
put
but
it that way.
what has Barkley done over the last like 5 weeks? So he's averaged like 50 yards.
He always
Okay,
scores,
yeah.
though.
He does, but he's also
Somehow.
he looks a step slower though.
I mean,
And
he's always
then
hurt.
I want to see Kenny Pickett just bomb it out all
Pickett to
day.
Pickens all day.
No
Pickens
interceptions in
and-
the last 126 passes, I think.
Yeah. Who's the other receiver? I'm just blanking right now.
Deontay Johnson.
Deontay Johnson. I think he's just going to air it out, and Baltimore's not going to be able to do anything against them.
Baltimore
we'll
is
see.
surprisingly 8-4. I don't know how they've won 8 games.
Me neither.
Lamar's
I mean,
not playing, is he?
No, he's not.
Nope.
He's done.
Huntley.
Three of their losses, they were up 15 points in,
Yeah.
which is even more insane.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. All right. So let's talk about, you led into it a little bit. If anybody hasn't ever done it, rumble.otmnft.com. You can submit a fantasy lineup with all of your moments and try to win dapper monies, dollars, whatever those are.
Point.
So let's go over who we put in today and a little bit about why. We don't got to get crazy. What's up, RWG? How you doing?
Hey, what's going on, man?
Phoenix, who'd you submit? You can just give us one since you guys do like 400.
Well, here I got. I'll go with the doubles. I got Burrow today because he's been balling lately, and with a healthy Chase, stacking Chase is a good idea. I think Kelsey across the board because Kelsey is Kelsey. Defense, either Dallas and Seattle. I bounce between, and I think Henry and Cook are my 2 running back plays, along with either Hill or Hopkins and Amon-Ra and Jefferson mixed in as receivers throughout the 5.
Fair enough. I went with Patrick Mahomes because I always do. That dude, he can have bad games, but they're not like other people's bad games. So you are always pretty consistent there. I went with Henry as well. I think he bounces back against Jacksonville. He'll get to run way more. I went with Eckler just because whatever. Hill, and then Mark Andrews because I still don't own Kelsey. I need to fix that. I went with a couple different ones this week to try to get lucky. I went Amon-Ra, and then I went Devontae Smith for Philly because every other game he has an insane game, so I don't really know what that is about. And then I don't think you pick anyone but Dallas for D again. So that's what I did. What you got, Blaze?
I agree with that.
Yeah, I'm on the same page with you as on Dallas. I got them in both my lineups. Liking Tua Tyreek stack there. Decided to use my mix and rare. I had him as a hero, but I'm just gonna change that over to Tua, make him my hero. Eckler, St. Brown, Jefferson, Kelsey. So I'm really locked into a couple games there in particular, thinking that they're going to be the higher scoring ones.
Fair.
We'll see.
Sting.
So for my main one, I went Hurts. Well, I went Hurts starting QB and hero in all my leagues. Jamar Chase, Tyreek Hill. I went Tony Pollard. And then I went AJ Brown. And then I also just used the Josh Jacobs 19 points because it's 19 points, and I don't even see Eckler getting 19 points.
That's fair. I thought about it.
And then, of course, you have to use Kelsey as your tight end.
Yeah.
And Dallas as your D. The only other thing I switched out, like my other one is pretty similar, but I did I swapped out AJ Brown and Tony Pollard, and I went with Jefferson and Eckler just to see if I could maybe just get some different point ranges there. But I like the Pollard pick. Yeah, I think Pollard is gonna go off. I don't know why.
I could see a lot of I could see a lot of catches out of the backfield and been racking up some yards on those too.
I was
Yeah.
thinking Zeke was going to get his first 100-yard game.
You
of the
think
season.
so?
I don't think.
I
he'll
don't
get
know.
100.
You know what? Like, speaking of it, like, I almost want to start CeeDee Lamb as well. I mean, it's Houston, for God's sakes.
But he also might not play that much, and they might not pass the ball.
That's my point. Is like
Yeah.
I think Zeke just runs down their throat the whole game, and then they just.
You think so?
That's it. I mean, because once they get up 14, what are they going to do? Throw the ball a
They're
lot?
just going to
They
hand
don't
the
need
ball
to.
off to him. He's
Yeah.
going to
Yeah.
get 3.5 yards per carry, and we'll run out the clock.
Unless Lamb has
yeah.
a 40, 50-yard catch early, and
Well, yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, maybe on a first touchdown, he has like a 70-yarder, but even then, you could probably find someone that's better, right?
yeah,
Yeah,
so-
quantity.
He's either going to get 6 targets or he's going to end up with like a dozen targets.
Yeah.
You don't
yeah.
know really. It's like a 50-50 on what.
It's
Lineup is
probably
closest thing: Hurts, Jacobs, C-Mac, Justin Jefferson, Adams. Wait, are you talking about Devontae Adams?
yeah. I hope
He
not.
only-
Don't take
he only-
Adams out.
He only had 10 points. If you got 3
You
minutes,
have,
if you
you
want to
have
swap
3
those.
minutes. You have 3 minutes, Rasmus. Take AJ or take Adams out because he only has 12 points. Put in like Tyreek
He had
Hill.
like 10.1, I think.
Yeah.
Jefferson, Hill, somebody, anybody, scream,
Anybody else?
anybody. Throwing out the ball.
Justin Jefferson. I mean,
Diggs.
who's Diggs?
I wouldn't put Diggs in against Sauce.
I know that's
You
the
might not,
other
yeah, but
thing.
here's the thing, though:
Like,
is
I
he gonna
think he's
be-
better
is he
than
gonna- is he going
Adams
to follow
play.
him around the field, or is he going to just lock him down on one side of the field? Like they
No,
used
he
to do
follows
with
him around. He did to JJ.
Yeah. He shut down JJ. I mean, realistically, this is what I'm saying. So, like, I get it. I get Buffalo's Super Bowl favorites. I get it. But like, Sauce shut down the best receiver in football right now. Shut him down. He had a
Yeah.
touchdown, whoop-de-doo, but he had 47 yards. So, like, what is he going to do to Diggs, who's not as good as Justin Jefferson?
Yeah.
Just think about it. I don't know. I'm just saying.
And Justin Jefferson only caught that one touchdown because he's really long and Diggs isn't.
Yeah.
I mean, I think Sauce
Yeah.
just out. He just bodies Diggs all game. I think.
Yeah. I mean,
We'll
I could be
see,
wrong. I could be wrong.
Yeah, we'll see.
I'm just saying. The other one that I'm kind of almost contemplating putting in is Amon-Ra St. Brown.
I put him in mine.
Yeah.
That's who I have. And
Yeah.
Do you?
I think that game's going to be a shootout.
Mhm.
Minnesota's
Yeah,
got
so,
the
like,
most
he
passing
just-
yards against per game.
Just
And I've
a
been-
million targets.
And I've been saying it.
Yeah.
Even though he didn't see much playing time or many targets, Jamison Williams did affect the game last week, and Amon-Ra went nuts because
Yeah.
he was on the field and he drew a lot of attention just because of how flat out fast he is. And I think that continues as they play Williams more. St. Brown just gets better.
Yeah. I don't know. So I don't know. I want to put in Pollard though over Zeke. Or do you put in Pollard over
I mean,
Eckler?
That's a toss up. You don't put Pollard in over Eckler. No.
Well, I think
I
Pollard can catch a lot of passes. They might swing a lot to him.
I think Eckler has a better floor,
Me
but
too.
Pollard maybe has a better ceiling, but it's close. I really like Tom's lineup there. The Burrow Chase stack.
Yeah, Jacobs is fine there.
Yeah,
19 points
Burrow,
is nothing
Chase
to scoff at for sure. And
Sorry,
then-
but who is I gotta look. Who's Cincinnati? Cleveland has a semi decent defense though. I just
Yeah,
think
they
that
do.
they do.
Burrow
do.
is hot though. Burrow is
the
hot.
only thing that I see happening with that Cincy game is that they get up so far that they just run the ball all day.
Or
Cleveland
Watson-
sucks.
That's why I got Mixon in.
What if Watson goes
Yeah,
off
Mixon.
and ends up being a shootout?
Watson's not going to go off. Not in his second week back, dude. He looked like garbage last week.
Yeah, he did. It's a fact.
The only points that they scored were on defense.
You know who did not look like garbage?
Who? Oh, don't even get me started.
Baker.
I think that was like the most exciting game I've watched all year.
So
it was
fun.
amazing.
He
Yeah,
just
It was
went.
so amazing.
last
He just
5 minutes
walked
that
it
game was
down.
great.
He did.
Walked it down.
From what, the 3-yard line?
Yeah.
It was an amazing drive. I mean, that was Tom Brady-esque.
This is a good point. Amon-Ra felt like chasing dragons to me. I hate picking guys who went off the week before. I mean,
He's-
I don't
he's
disagree with that,
consistent-
and that's how I
he's consistent
felt
as hell,
about my picking him. It's actually been 2 weeks in a row for him now. But the Minnesota defense, if they weren't playing them, I wouldn't have gone that route. But
they are.
They're allowing a significant number of yardage per game.
Yeah, Minnesota. I think that they get.
I mean, Amon-Ra's healthy. He's going to produce.
Yeah, and I'm pretty sure Detroit is in the top 2 or 3 in terms of points scored per game.
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
going to be a shootout.
Mm-hmm.
I was really considering putting Goff in, to be honest, but it just felt dirty.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
disgusting.
I mean, Goff does. I
Starting
will
Goff.
give him though. He puts up huge numbers.
He
He
he's
does,
that dude
but
like
does he put
Alex Smith? He's like Alex Smith back in the day, where it's just like boring. Like, okay,
Yeah.
he put up 250, 3 touchdowns, but it's not
Didn't
something
do
that's
anything.
fun to
Mhm.
watch.
He
Right.
did it in Detroit.
Does he get fantasy points though? Like a lot of them, or
No,
is he just
not like a
putting up
crazy
good
amount, but
yardage?
this could be a game where he does.
Yeah.
Too many quarterbacks run. That's what keeps the
Yeah,
fantasy points,
exactly.
the
Mhm.
disparity between regular quarterbacks or running quarterbacks. Just think about half the quarterbacks like Allen, Hurts,
hmm
and even Daniel Jones runs. If he gets 50 yards, that's 5 extra points.
I don't even get the Bills game here. Are you kidding me?
You don't?
No, I got Philly, New York, Jacksonville, Tennessee.
I'm watching Bills. I'm
I
gonna
got
go watch
DAZN.
Bills Jets.
Going red
I
zone.
gotta feel the zone on.
You're going red zone. See, I can't. I like watching the whole game. Hey, what was that
I'll do
stat?
that with later games, but with the 1 p.m. games I watched.
Yeah. What was that stat about Buffalo? Do they play better in bad weather or worse in bad weather?
Better.
Better in bad weather because
Yeah.
it's raining, but it's not bad.
It's 36 degrees and raining there.
Yeah. So it'll be slippery.
I think that's where having Allen benefits you so much is because like the pass game isn't always there, but he's not the like quick cutting runner, but he's very like physical downhill runner. So being in bad weather doesn't affect him that much.
Mm-hmm.
I think that's like a big.
He had that fumble the other day, though, didn't he? With some little dew on the ball. Let's see Josh Allen fumble a little bit.
I don't know.
I want Josh Allen's rare to go down a little bit so I can buy it because I'm not going to spend $100.
You don't have it?
No, I'm not going to buy that.
Yeah, I'm waiting until it's fully released before I buy any Series 2 moment.
Yeah,
Common or rare.
Not gonna waste my money $100 on that. It's probably
Yeah,
worth
it's gonna
50.
drop down to like 70 at least.
Yeah, at least, right? Yeah, I'm not spending. That's like a.
If I pull it from a pack,
It's like
hold
a
on to it
fun-
and just deal with the dip, whatever.
Yeah.
Because it's the one that I pulled.
Right.
But if it's, I'm not buying it.
No. Plus, it's I don't
Same
know.
with this is the same with Hopkins.
Yeah, I'm not. I have not
He'll be-
bought.
I think he's like 53 or something. Just sit there
Yeah.
and wait. It'll be 40 soon enough.
I haven't bought
That
a
is his
single
only
rare
moment
from
too, though.
season 2.
That-
It
Seriously.
is. I agree, but people don't care, and there's still
Yeah.
lots of circulation of those two in particular to be released.
Yeah.
JJ, I pulled my JJ from a pack, but
Well, people are gonna
we should
drop,
sell it,
and
but
then
I'm just gonna hold on to it.
they're gonna drop and roll into somebody else, and then it's gonna drop for $5 or $10, and then go back up. So yeah, you're always gonna be able to catch it on the.
This is
down
actually really cool. Next year they need to offer Sunday ticket for big collectors and or to craft. They should like some way to keep up with all these games they're
They did
making
that over at
care
Top
about.
Shot, didn't they?
Yeah,
I think they did that with Top Shot. Yeah, somehow.
Yeah. That's what I heard. Those people who were over there.
Yeah, you did. That's correct.
For all those stinky people.
Yeah, over there. I remember that place somewhat,
My God.
a little bit.
So yeah, what else you guys want?
What else we want to talk about, guys?
Of course, and CD just took one 15 yards.
I was gonna
I
take
hope that they
Philly's.
changed the challenges so you can't stack them, and they reduce the total number needed for the All Pro. I hope
Yeah,
that
I
they
don't like-
make
I
it
don't
so
like-
that
I
you
don't
have to have like 5 or something, and you just can't stack.
Yeah.
It would be wild if you couldn't
Or
stack.
percentage. They make it like you have to own 75% or something of the people that hit those targets.
I think it'd be. See, I would have prefer it.
Even if you just drop the 10 or 12, and I don't even know.
Own everyone.
Yeah,
one of everyone. Yeah, like because like you can just go out and stack like
the
a
cheap,
bunch of
cheap,
Geno
you
Smith
yeah,
debuts.
it's only $10 extra with even with the pump on those guys to grab them.
Right.
Yeah, for sure.
I mean, if you're missing 4, it's like an extra $40 market value. So it's like you're only paying $40 into it. It's like almost burning like another rare.
Well, those ones you don't even have to burn them. You just
But
have to hold them.
they're useful for next. Yeah, they're useful for the next week. So it's like, yeah, that's why I didn't worry about it. I mean, I have a lot of singles on it, especially on defense. I'm like, I'm not even going to worry about it because I mean, you could sell one thing and pick up 3 other ones, and your net difference is a wash.
Yeah. Versus like, okay, now that Warner or Wagner, him hitting on Thursday like actually means something previously, but now it's just like, okay, who cares? I have him.
Yeah. Once he goes up, $5 or $10, people stop buying him, waiting for the next one to hit. Wait till that goes up 5 or 10. It's going to be more even across the board. Where like last week, I think when I was researching it, on like the ones that were like $32 went up to like 38, and then the next one went up to like 38, and where it finally settled, everything went up like $6, $7, $8 across the board that you needed in the challenges, rather than these big spikes,
right,
on one thing.
Tom says agree on limit stacking. We could also add Lego wildcard of that player. Could also allow one wildcard to be crafted moment of the player who qualifies to give some love to those badges. I mean, I think just what Blaze is saying in general is like we would see. I hated the volatility, but I liked it at the same time. Like right now, you have no play of like, let's get this guy because if he hits, we can sell him off at like a profit. Because now if he hits, it's like, all right, they're just going to buy a cheap guy and stack 15 of them. Right? There's no play on the profit side, which I would like. I think.
Yeah, or like on the limiting side, even like you can just go out. There's 10,000 Geno Smiths, right? So you can just go out and buy however many you need for $8 a slice. Maybe it goes up to 10.
Yeah, but I mean, like you said, if you're trying the pro one, you already have 10 of the 15 most likely. So you're just going out and grabbing like 5 of whatever is the cheapest thing.
That's not how I want my collection to look, though. Also, I don't want 10 of these 10,000 mint moments. I want to have one of the rare guys, and that to work out.
Right.
And actually, it means something, I guess. But
yeah, the only way you're going to cover it is to have one of every common and one of every rare, and then have a.
But that doesn't even matter. You don't need to cover it that way because you can just go out and buy.
Yeah. Well, I'm already covered that way, so.
So whatever.
It's the Legos that get me, and then all I have to worry about is like I think it was the Bolton last week was an issue for me because he had the Lego. And the Lego, so I just had to look and make sure that I had rares of the. I had a couple double rares of people to cover, but
Yeah, you talking about Nick Bolton?
Yeah, I mean,
the Legos are previously it would have been, and like I'm fine with not making some challenges if it means like those moments actually matter.
Yeah, that's always been my thing. Is like the harder it is to do, the better off it is actually for everyone. Mm-hmm. Like not the harder. I mean, you can't make it like impossible, but I meant like within
rewarding it is.
Exactly. Like within a realm, it can't be like impossible, but if you make a challenge, that challenge needs to be as hard as possible, right? So like if you need 15 rares, don't make it where you can have, or 15 of something, don't make it where you can just have 15 of one. That doesn't make sense. But I feel like they'll change a lot of stuff. So
yeah, and if you want to make it hard to do, so instead of 15, you reduce it to 10, and they got to be unique. 10 of players that hit the, I don't know.
Yeah.
For sure.
Well, I mean, that makes way more sense.
Put that limit, they can't even say 10 of, because that means that 10 people need to reach those thresholds. Mm-hmm. So it's just got to be everyone, or you know what I mean?
Dallas is running all over Houston. I just watched like 40 yards rushing.
Yeah, that's what I think Zeke's gonna.
Yeah.
Has someone tried to use OTM's challenge terminal? Blaze, you were using it,
Not,
right?
I haven't used it since they made the changes that they were talking about, but I was using it last week, and it was like once I figured out how to read it, it was good.
So
just-
can we kind of go over that? Because I'm just totally gonna admit it loses me
I mean,
so fast. Like
So,
having a night.
The simplest way to explain it is anything that was in purple qualified for the challenge.
There's
and then
nothing
you
in
did-
purple this week, so
not
Well,
well.
the last
There
week,
is
I'm
on the one challenge. Bobby Wagner is in purple for having a night defense.
The purple ones are the ones that qualify for the challenge. On
When
the
they're in a
challenge,
purple box.
highlighted in purple, and it gives you the amount that you own of any of those players. So
Okay.
basically, if the amount you own, simply
Mhm.
like X1, X2, X3, is of those players that are highlighted in purple, all you're doing is adding up the amount you own.
Mhm.
And if it equals 15, if it's for 15, then you've got it covered. If you only have like say 11 of those, then you know you need 4 more. All you're
Okay.
doing is simple math.
Yeah, makes sense.
And you can use like is it saying like, oh, okay, so it says owned times 6, so that's 6 individuals or 6 moments
You have 6
stacked?
You have 6 of
Six
that
all
moment.
No.
Yeah.
Are you looking at the top challenge or are you looking at the individual players?
It just says, like, for instance, this one is, let's say,
you're
live
looking at-
leaderboard. Los Angeles Rams, 17 points,
Not-
owned 6.
Yeah,
No.
so you have 6 moments that meet that requirement.
Yeah, that means you have the Rams team and like 5 other players that you can use for that
Okay.
one thing. But for the individual player, like say it's a defensive challenge,
Mm-hmm.
and you need 15 moments of of the rare defensive player,
Right.
you're looking at all you have to do is look at everything in purple are the players that qualified, and say there's like 10 players that qualify.
Right.
Now, say you've got dupes of a couple of those players. You've got all 10 of them, but you've got dupes of 2 of them. You've actually got 12 players that qualify for those
okay.
for the 15.
Uh-huh.
So all you're doing is looking at the purple tells you the players that you need or the moments that you would need to buy if you're short.
Okay.
But the number you own of those players, you just subtract whatever you have from the total that you need for the challenge, and that's how many you're missing, or you're even, or you have more of. That's it. I mean, you still have to do one step.
Ben says
Okay.
you guys like having bottlenecks, or is it better without? I liked bottlenecks.
I love bottlenecks.
I
don't
also
know.
enjoy bottlenecks.
Derrick
Yeah.
Henry,
They're fun to pay attention to.
Derrick Henry scored.
Yep.
Yeah, he got a TD, and so did Pollard.
So Pollard did too.
Ooh,
All right. So the reason that like Playbook was fun was because you had to watch it and you had to just like keep up
engage
and
with it.
engage with it. Yeah, this is just boring. You're just waiting for the games to end.
Yeah, because
it
you don't
does
want to go out
nothing.
and buy someone that doesn't
Yeah,
matter.
exactly. Yeah,
Like,
you're not
oh,
going to
okay,
go.
I
You
just bought a
can't
bunch of
spec.
Bobby
You can't spec
Wagner's, but
anybody.
now
Harrison
Austin
Smith
Scott
double?
just hit or something like.
Yeah. No, I mean, there's no. I don't even know, like Tom. Think some weeks we'll have bottlenecks. I don't. How? Like
I
they'll
can see
bottleneck.
come
I can see it on the
playoffs, there'll be
I can see it on the
bottlenecks, like-
defensive end.
Yeah, defensive
Yeah.
side probably because there's less moments.
That's true.
Well, not only that, but 10 tackles is no joke. 2
And
sacks
it
is
all depends who gets
sort
them
of
too.
rare, and a pick. I mean, like all those, like there's not 15 picks across
No,
every
there's not.
week, and 10 tackles
Well-
is like it can be spread out to where everyone is right around the 8, 7, 8, 9 range, right?
Right.
And then 2 sacks is a ton for one player in a game.
Mhm.
So, like, I mean, both of those are the defensive one is definitely where you would see bottlenecks.
But is it? So then is the bottlenecking though? You can stack that then, right? You can
Well,
use multiple
since-
of
Yeah,
one
but
player.
you
if
can-
everyone wants to stack 15 Bobby Wagner's, it's not gonna. But-
Yeah.
But what if
like,
he's the
there's
only
only,
one that
like-
hits? But what if
That's
he's
what
the
I'm
only one
saying.
that hits?
It's a
People aren't
bottleneck
going to
then.
be doing that challenge for the most part, I'd say.
Well, yeah,
You'll-
that's what I'm
you'll
saying.
probably
So
They're not going to be
like
crazy
one
bottlenecks.
completion
They're not
on
going to be crazy bottlenecks, though, because you're always going to be able to take the lowest possible.
Right, but come playoff time when there's limited teams, there's
yeah.
right.
things are going to be.
things could double.
So then
Right.
at that point though, are you just going to sit it out though and not do the challenge, and then it makes the challenge reward more rare,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
Definitely.
So that's a good thing, and like obviously we want less challenge completions, so that's
the less
also
people that
good.
hit the challenge, the more of a bottleneck you're going to have.
Right.
I mean, but if you have 20 people hit, then it's a simple week. If you have 6 people hit, now you've got Williams just scored a touchdown for Detroit.
Mm-hmm.
Jameson did.
Nice bomb from Goff. Yeah.
My boy.
He just stood there in the end zone. Like,
Should have just Goff.
come to him.
Should have started Goff.
Well, so that'll be his first moment, right? That's his
He ran
debut.
down the field, just stopped.
Did Jameson Williams just get a debut? Because I will buy 30 of them.
No.
My boy. Also, I took him out of my fantasy lineup this week. Rip.
Well, all of us Amon-Ra.
I'm going to go ahead and state real quick. I'm watching this Philly game. It's going to be an absolute blowout, first of all. Second of all, AJ Brown is humongous. I didn't realize, dude.
Oh my God, we were talking about this. Yeah.
He jumped up just now, and he barely jumped. It was like he jumped this far off the ground, and he was 9 inches above the cornerback.
It's hilarious that the Titans fired their GM after he went off against them.
Oh, that's
or
so
just
good.
like,
just
yeah,
amazing.
about that trade you made.
Yeah, like
I mean,
you're done here.
It's ridiculous.
Oh wow,
he's so big. He also is just very quick for his size. He's not like super fast, but he's very quick. How long was the Jameson touchdown?
Like 40 yards ish.
Nice. See, that's what's going to make Amon-Ra so much more scary.
He ran through the zone. He ran through the zone. Nobody picked him up, and he just kept on running and then just stopped.
Who is Brown on Buffalo? That's a receiver. Never even heard of him. And why is Sauce Gardner on him? What a waste.
I mean, Josh Allen is one. Josh Allen is 1 for 4.
They're
6
making.
yards.
I mean, they're making Sauce work because they're just like putting him over on everybody.
Well, they could be playing zone. They could be playing zone. If he's matched up on a weird receiver like that.
Yeah, for sure. It's just weird to watch because it's like, I feel like Buffalo is trying to spread the ball around, so we'll see.
So what Sauce does, and he did this at Cincy too, is they play mainly man-to-man with him, but they'll give you different looks where he lines up against like a slot receiver.
Okay.
And he checks them because he's humongous, first of all, and he's really physical. And then he'll drop back into a zone that covers the edge. Okay. So he'll like knock that guy off of his route and then back up. And he makes a lot of cool reads. He's just really good. So he can do whatever he wants in zone.
Yeah.
But
I don't know. I'll tell you what, if this game continues the way it's going, it's going to be a really low scoring game.
Yeah.
Because like they're shutting down Josh Allen right now.
You know who's not shutting down Jalen Hurts? New York. He's throwing it wherever he wants.
We talked about this, dude.
AJ almost
think that was like the one thing I was confident about.
Miles Sanders.
Mm-hmm.
Was Jalen Hurts this week.
That's points against you in fantasy, Blaze.
Darn it. My teams are doing brutal in those 2 leagues.
Yeah, well, I have like a 5-game winning streak in one of them, so I'm like 7-6 now. So
I crushed you last week.
Oh, I didn't. Did I even set my lineup in that league?
Yeah, you did.
Okay. I think it was like 126-53 or something.
Oh,
yeah.
Wow.
It told me not to cry. It was only 1 week.
Yeah, I'm 9 in a row in that league.
I've lost like 7 of 8, so I pretty much given up.
Yeah, it's ridiculous. But I think if we don't have much more to talk about, everyone's watching football, and I'm also down to watch football, but we do have to spin the wheel. And if you stop by, we always spin the wheel. And if you stop by today, you have a pretty good chance.
Hold on, let me put a comment in the comments, so I'm part of the wheel today.
That's not how that works.
Come on, I'll give one of your moments that you give me away.
That's weird. I'll just give the moment I was going to give you to someone that wins.
So but I want to get the credit for it. Come on. Always thinking.
All right, guys, let's pop the wheel up. Let's see if your name's not on here and you've been hanging out with us. Say something in chat. Say what's up. We'll get you a spin. Diamond's not here today to lose, so that's fair. But let's see. We're gonna give away a moment to a lucky winner. A few of you guys on the board have already won once, so hey, you can get in there. Yeah, that hoodie not enough. Come on, bro.
Oh, well, I got the shirt and the hat too in the other room.
Oh my God. All right, guys, here we go. Congratulations to JK.
Oh, that's close.
It was close.
That's close.
It was. So hit me up in Discord. I actually have to give
Throw one more spin on there. I'll give one away.
one more. Oh, we're getting in there. All right. Well, JK's hit me up. I have to give Tom his. I still haven't because I forgot, but he reminded me today. So it'll be later tonight, but I will give both of you guys one if you're on. So. And Phoenix wants to give one away too. So, hey.
I got one that I got one left over from it's not a great one, but
Tom gets two.
Oh.
One from me, one from Phoenix. Love it.
Nice. Congrats, Tom.
hit me up on the Discord and I'll get that over.
Nice, guys.
I have one left over that nobody because I've been giving people choices or having my kids pick the ones that we give away. So I got one left over. So I figured
that seems dangerous.
Yeah.
Just give him that one.
My last giveaway, what was it? AJ got a number 52 two-digit Hawkinson debut.
So give him that one, Dad. It's yellow.
Well, that's I like that. He played for Detroit. I'm like, yeah, okay, two-digit, no problem.
Fair enough. All right, guys. Well, I think we are going to go ahead and wrap it up for this week. I hope everyone has good luck in your playbook endeavors or your flipping endeavors, whichever one you choose, either or. But for now, I'm going to say bye. Anybody else got anything? We good? You out?
Enjoy some football, boys.
Have a great day, guys.